Hello, I am David Israel. And I would just like to share some information with you today on making your own claim of right and perhaps going to your local police station, attorney general's office, and filing your claim of right, or just handing it to one of the public servants in that office, so as to pretty much let me just start off with what a claim of right is. A claim of right basically is telling, well, it's basically is claiming your rights. You know who you are, what your rights are, um, things like that. So basically, I'm just going to go through mine, and so because people usually learn better from example than just trying to explain things. So basically, I'm just going to start off with my start from the beginning, and it goes something like this. As a Hebrew Israelite and servant of the Most High God, I, David Yisrael, do declare my freedom from all man-made statutes, acts, policies, etc. I hereby withdraw my consent from all man-made statutes, acts, policies, etc., and do proclaim my adherence to God's laws, which are basically summarized in 3 words: do no harm. If I do not harm anyone's property, including themselves, then I expect to be left in peace. I charge no less than $5,000 written out and in letters, in numbers, for every trespass against my property, including myself, by any corporation and or their agents, i.e. police officers, lawyers, judges, etc. If the aforementioned amount is not forthcoming, I will place a commercial lien against all corporations and or their agents involved. I also claim the right to convene a common law court composed of my peers. Affected parties wishing to dispute this claim made herein or make their own counterclaim must respond appropriately within 10 days of service of notice of their actions. Responses must be under oath or attestation upon full commercial liability and penalty of perjury, and signed with the highest notary, the thumbprint. No later than 10 days from the date of original service. Failure to meet these terms against claims made herein will result in an automatic default judgment and will forever bar the bringing of charges under any statute, act, policy, etc. against myself, a Hebrew Israelite and servant of the Most High God. All definitions of the words used herein are in common English unless stated otherwise. And then you have one who brings the claim, which is yourself. You just sign your signature, signed in the presence of, and then just have someone, a friend, or whomever you trust, to kind of witness with their signature under yours. And then the highest notary, just take some ink, place your thumbprint on the ink, and make your thumbprint on the document, because that's the highest notary. It's because your thumbprint is unique to anyone else's. And dated blank day of blank 2017 signature. So dated would be, for example, the first day of August 2017, and then your signature underneath that. And I actually did this not too long ago. I went to a police station, and the woman asked me, kind of like her demeanor, her tone was a little, like, "Can I help you?" And then once I handed her this, and she was looking over, and I was just, I'm telling you, I've seen people do it online and YouTube, but to actually do it is another thing. So, I was a little nervous, I won't lie. And I gave it to her, and she looked at it, and when she looked at it, her demeanor changed. She was like, "Oh," she looked at it, she was, "Oh, okay, all right." And then I left. And I would actually, it would behoove you to, or would look up behoove if you know what behoove means. But anyways, it would do you a great service to put in your information, like perhaps your email address, your at the top say David, your name, or your title. My title is David of the Israel clan, or David of the Israelite clan, and then have your email address, just your email and your maybe a phone number you can be contacted with. If you put it on a mailing address, a so-called mailing address, don't use the term address because I believe that's the terms they use in their system. Just put place where I can be, letters can be mailed to me, and then ... and then have, Lover's Lane, everything spelled out, no abbreviations. Lover's Lane, non-domestic, without the United States. Then have the state, and then again, no abbreviations anywhere, and leave out the so-called zip code, because the zip code says, hey, I'm operating within the corporate United States. You're in their jurisdiction. So yeah, just have that at the top, and I'm gonna put a link to my actual copy of my document that I sent them. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and if I can answer them, I'll do my best. If I can't, I'll try to direct you to someone who may be able to. And with that, I say shalom.